What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back for league racing. This time we are at the Monaco Grand Prix for Blackout Racing League F1 2020, and I'm really excited for this one. However, there's always a but. I haven't done any practice for this race, so I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot. What I did do is take the time to load a new-ish Monaco setup, and we're going to run it now. Now, yeah, I have had a bit of a break from YouTube the last few days. Took the weekend off. It was a friend's birthday, and I was rearranging my setup and stuff. And, yeah, life has gotten in the way, and it's meant that, yeah, I'm completely unprepared for this Monaco League race. So much so that this is my very first lap on the game in about a week. So here we go. You're seeing my first lap in anger. I've opted to qualify on the medium compound tire in a one-shot qualifying lap, and as you can tell, it's a bit sloppy. Like I said, first day on the game, first lap on the game in a week. Setup and driving position has somewhat changed. My desk is all different. I'm running a new setup that I haven't used before. And, yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. I'm back on the Fanatec wheel as well. I was very, very slow in my testing on the Thrustmaster wheel. And it looks like I'm very slow on this wheel too. But I know that the muscle memory is there with the Fanatec, and that's what I'm going to stick with for the time being until I can get a proper setup rig going for me. But this lap, oh my goodness, this lap has been absolutely atrocious. It's probably the worst Monaco qualifying lap I've ever done. And as such, we're down in 15th place. 3.5 seconds of pole position. Now, this puts me in a very risky and dangerous place. Heading down into turn 1 on lap 1. I've got a lot of work to do. But this is league racing, and we know the field spread is pretty crazy, so I'm expecting a few crashes. I'm expecting some safety cars, which will hopefully bail us out of trouble, and I'm going to factor that into my my strategy in this race. So, we're going to change things up, and we're going to go back onto the soft compound tires, and this is purely in an effort to get myself some track position early on before a safety car comes out. So, yeah, we're going to get ourselves up the order. Safety car will hopefully come out. We'll box for mediums, and then maybe another safety car will come out again, and we can finish on softs or whatever the case may be. We're going to hopefully be prepared. So I just want to get myself out of trouble early on. We're going to take some fuel out, and we're going to go on the aggressive from the start. I know that we're pretty consistent around Monaco, and I know if I just keep it off the barriers, we're up for a good result. 5 red lights, and we are underway for Monaco in the Blackout Racing League. It looks like a good start for me. Straight up in a 14th place. We got the inside of a Ferrari down into turn 1, and crucially, we don't lose any front wing, and we don't have a corner cut warning because of that. Red Bull gets a terrible run, and we're already inside the top 10 before we even get to the end of the first sector, so that's been a great start for us. Brady and the Renault getting pinched on the inside there. We go around his outside and into 9th. Can we get the Williams into Mirabeau? Yes, maybe, no. He has the inside for the hairpin, which is always king, but somehow we managed to pull it off around the outside, and we're into 8th place. PND in the Ferrari might be easy pickings for us, given that he's on the medium, and it'll probably be about a second a lap slower on that tyre. He's not had a great run through the tunnel, and we're going to go right around the outside. Gives us a bit of a squeeze into the Novo chicane, and he actually is the last of the late breakers into there. I'm not too sure, but he might have cut the chicane as well with a warning, but he's just about holding on at this stage. He's a little bit loose as we go through the swimming pool chicane, and he lost the back end. I lost the back end at the final chicane, and we head into not Mirabeau, Raskas, and the last corner. He didn't hit the apex and get on the power as well as us, so he's going to be a little bit weak as we head down into turn 1. He's left the door wide open, and in the end, he just lets us go through. So, I suppose good decision there from PND. We had the pace. I think he recognized that, and it was probably best for both of us if we stopped squabbling and just got on with the job. He's playing the long game on the mediums, And like I said, I'm on the aggressive, on the sauce. So we've gone from 15th to 7th already, and we're not quite done there. We're looking at 4th place, just a few cars up the road. So that's going to be the goal. You can see we're starting to fill up the mirrors of back row there. As he comes through the final corner, we get a nice exit, but we're not close enough to do anything down into turn 1. We're going to change the downforce level at the incoming pit stop as back row hits the wall on the exit of turn 1. But I wasn't able to capitalize on that, unfortunately. But yeah, we're changing the downforce level in the pit stop. The car is a little bit too oversteery for my liking, and I'm not able to push fully. Speaking of, here we go. We're going to go for a push move here. Down into mirror bow. I've touched the wall on the inside. Literally hitting the apex side by side through the hairpin. And again, we pull off an outside move into 6th place. What a Monaco Grand Prix this is turning into. 15th to 6th, and still plenty more places to gain. There's me hitting the barrier. I tried to leave as much space as possible. And then here, just got it done. Next up is my teammate.
Oh, it looks like I'm already going to have to do team orders here. How's he got from 15th to 5th already?
If you get yellow, then it does tend to suffer quite a bit.
Oh, he's absolutely f***ing sent it there.
I have indeed. And here is the live pictures of me getting the move done on Alex, who is the F1 Esports race director. We give him a little dive bomb down into the Novel chicane, and yeah, he saw us coming and left the door open for us there. So thank you very much, teammates. Even though it really wasn't team orders, but he played the team game there and let me go. Next up is the Red Bull, and we're going to hopefully get this guy in similar fashion. You can see we've got a lot of pace at low speed corners. Rotation is very nice. I think JD would be very happy with the way that I've turned my race around here in the opening 4 laps as we got the inside of the Red Bull, and this one a lot more clinical and done a lot earlier on in the piece. As clean as you like.
So tilted.
I was about to say he will send it there, Guardian. He did it for me.
Surprising that I'm actually able to get these moves done or set up the moves into that part of the racetrack, because normally if you're running high, really high downforce like I am, I'm running 10, 11 wings, the straight line or the lack of straight line speed would prevent me from getting close enough into the braking zone. But it's all on the speed that I can carry coming out of the corner. I guess I've been lucky in a way that the people ahead of me haven't been laying down the power as well as I have. But now, for the rest of the race, gaining positions is going to be a lot more difficult because Inexist, Swifty, and Zay are very, very fast and competent drivers. And to be able to get past those guys is going to take all my skill around this place. So for the next 29 laps, we're going to be, first and foremost, stretching out and looking after the tires. We're going to be looking after the fuel as well, because I underfueled. That is contact with the wall, and I actually think I got front wing damage from that bit of contact. So that's unfortunate. As we can see, Swifty making his first and only stop in the race. Inexist in the Racing Point is also in the lane for a set of mediums. And yeah, my pit window is now open from this lap onwards. But because I'm so far behind first and second, and there's no real pressure coming from behind, I'm actually going to stretch out my stint. As you can see, I got front wing damage now. I'm stretching out this stint because I'm going to give myself fresher tires for the rest of the race. We still haven't seen a safety car yet, but I know there's a safety car coming. And just by doing this, whenever there's a stoppage or the field bunches up or whatever, I'll have fresher tires. And that's how I'm going to win the race. Or hope, well, that's a big statement. That's how I'm hopefully going to win the race as we let Swifty go through just on the previous straight. But you can see how shocking the state of the car is at this stage. Front wing damage and really worn tires. VSC is now out as well. So we're going to take this opportunity to box right now for a new set of tires. I don't know if I've No, I can't change the wing. It's on auto. 77% on the front left tire, so that could have punctured at any moment. And here we go. On to the mediums. No front wing change, unfortunately. And we are out once again with front wing damage. But hopefully there's another safety car. This is the reason why I stayed out, in case there was a VSC or a safety car, because that would have saved me a lot of time, and it has, up against Inexist. I've actually lost the position to him, but no, I haven't. I haven't lost the position because I never overtook him in the first place. Forget me. But I saved a lot of time relative to Inexist, who I was losing seconds to by staying out longer. But we gained it back with a VSC, so that was nice, but we didn't get the front wing change on that I wanted. Are you guys still following me on this? I'm sorry if that was a bit more complicated than what it needed to be. But we're on the new medium compound tires. Confidence now is a lot higher than what it was at the start of the race, surprisingly. That's because I've just been able to get my eye in, and I feel like I'm in the groove a little bit now with the car and the track, the setup as well. We've now taken a click of downforce off the front end, when really, maybe I shouldn't have because I've got the front wing damage. But regardless, if we get another safety car, we will change it in the next stop, and we'll probably put on mediums or a set of softs. Depends how close to the end we can get this safety car in, if at all. But we're catching up to Inexist very, very quickly here. We've only got 2 or 3 lap fresher tires, but it seems to be making a difference. Plus me just being that much more confident now that I'm used to the game again. And that is a fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 111.7 with front wing damage. And that is compared to Zay and Swifty up the front, who are leading without front wing damage themselves. Zay has got the same age tires as me, and he's absolutely rapid at this game. So I was surprised that he didn't have a fastest lap against his name, and I've got it at this stage. So that was a massive confidence boost. But we're not out of jail yet. We're still 8 seconds or 9-10 seconds off the lead of the race. We're not even on the podium yet, so we've still got a long way to go. We are encountering lap cars, first of which kind of distracted me, and I got my first warning of the race. But that is no excuse. We head into the final chicane. We're getting close to Inexist. We might even go up the inside for a Raskas dive bomb. Not on this occasion. There's Zay now with the fastest lap. He just eclipses our time. But we'll see if we can challenge him later on once we get some free air again. But yeah, trying to get past Inexist. You can see he's a little bit slow at this stage. Maybe he's got front wing damage himself. I don't know. But we've certainly got the speed on him. Again, really nice run through the last chicane. And we go up the inside. This time there's contact. We've absolutely slated Inexist out of the way. Completely ignoring his existence. We're going to let him go back through and give him the place, because that contact for me was instigated by self-preservation. If I didn't... Oh, he's made a mistake! He's made a mistake from all the pressure, and now we're up into 3rd place. We are on the podium now. All that pressure on Inexist has caused him to crumble, and we've got the job done. But I just want to go back to the earlier incident. I had to move left and almost spin him, half spin him, or push him out the way. That was so that I didn't hit the wall on the right-hand side. That's why that happened. So, yeah. We're all good again. The pressure that we mounted was enough to get us onto the podium. And now we're back into self-preservation mode because there's 16 laps to go. Safety car has been deployed. And this is going to completely change the face of this race. So we're going to carry on for another lap. And then we're going to put the new tires on. I could have reacted straight away, but I didn't want to rush into the decision. We're going to stay out for an extra lap because the safety car hasn't picked up the race leader. It's picked up a lap car who's an AI who's not overtaking, and now I've got an illegal overtake penalty. What is going on? Okay, now it's good and I can overtake the safety car, but I've lost the position to a lap car, another lap car. Okay, great, but yeah, that's really annoying. We didn't get a penalty, But all that time lost waiting behind the safety car is probably going to mean we're going to lose a position to Enquires, who actually reacted and boxed straight away for a new set of soft compound tires. So effectively, we're going to be 4th place with the slow in lap. But at least we're going to have a shot at the leaders, maybe, onto the softs. We're going to get about 13, 14 laps of racing, provided that it's green flag running to the end. And this is what I wanted. This is what I was banking on. We've got, new tires, the best tires. We've got no damage on the car now. And we're just going to push hell for leather for the rest of the Grand Prix. It's going to be essentially a sprint race, a 13 or 14 lap sprint race, depending if safety cars come out again. Who knows? It is Monaco. If there's ever going to be safety cars, then, this is going to be the place. But, we're getting ready for green flag running. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. Going to try and keep the tires nice and warm as we get ready to go. We do have a lot of lap cars in between myself and the top 2, which is rather annoying. They will all ghost as we get underway for green flag running. But that's a massive air gap between where I am and where the race leaders are. There's like 10 cars between us, or maybe that's 7, 8 cars in between us. Still, that's a lot of margin to give up, and it's not been a great restart for an Enquires, who gives up a couple of seconds to the lap cars up ahead. And there they all are. They're going to be very distracting for myself and an Enquires, and I'm going to hopefully capitalize on this and go right round the outside here at Casino Square. He's got his eyes on the lap cars. He doesn't see me, and we get up the inside right at the top of the hill and into the podium positions once again. So, this was a complete cluster for the Racing Point to navigate through. I knew he was going to be a bit distracted, and probably wasn't going to go through there at full pelt. And, we made the most of that. 200 IQ plays there, and, we're through for the podium. 11 laps to go, but unfortunately, the race leaders are 5 seconds up the road. Oh, it's so annoying. We've just never been close enough to do anything in this race in terms of trying to win. Swifty has a lot of penalties, so we're probably going to get P2 in this race, but we need Zay on mediums to also get a penalty. Now, initially, I thought this was a good strategy call from us, and I thought maybe we'd have a chance of winning this race with Zay on the mediums, but 13, 14 laps on Monaco is actually quite a long time, and one thing which happened to Zay was that he actually got stronger and stronger as this race wore on. I got to this point here, and I realized I had to really start pushing if I was to contest for the race win, and that's why I got the penalty there on that last lap. We cut to the lead battle. There's 4 laps to go, and this is Swifty, who's got a funky OSD setting there. He's got all the stats up. But, he had a bad run through the first sector. He had some front wing damage. And he lets Zay go through for the lead because, well, his race is already over, essentially, with all those penalties that he's got. And he's now actually fallen into my clutches in the dying laps of this race. But, unfortunately, it's probably not going to be enough. We've got 2 laps to go. Gap is 2.5 seconds. Seems that Swifty is really struggling with tire wear and that front wing damage. It said like 12% and 8% or whatever. Never seen that before. I think that's maybe lime green damage. Not a huge amount, but still enough to knock around your pace a little bit. And it looks like he's just struggling to get to the end here with some decent pace. I am too, actually, to be fair. The soft compound tires have really died off in the last 2 laps. And, 60-odd%. And we're like a good couple of seconds away from our personal best lap times. That's how much the tire wear has dropped off. But it looks like we're not going to be able to have an on-track battle for P2 in this race. Zay got a penalty himself in the dying laps. But, not able to contest for the win. And that all goes back to not qualifying well. So we round the final corner, and it looks like it's going to be P2 in this Monaco Grand Prix. 15th to 2nd is not a bad recovery. That opening lap that we had was pretty ridiculous. We gained so many positions. It was just like a car every corner. So you know what? Shout out to everyone in this league race. I thought there was half a chance that I'd get punted into a wall or someone wouldn't see me coming or leave space or whatever. It is Monaco. But everyone was actually pretty civil in this race, which was nice. So P2 and P5 for McLaren. My teammate not getting any penalties. So shout out to Alex for that one, for keeping it clean. But yeah, you really can't underestimate the pace of Zay and Swifty. They are massively, massively quick. And when you give them such a head start at the start of the race, it's you're not doing yourself any favors. So still, we wait for that coveted race win. Hopefully we'll get it next week. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. I'm not too sure where I am in the standings. Pretty sure I'm 3rd. I'll get that up for you guys next time. But cheers for watching. Career mode will be out this week. But until then, it's goodbye.